Most beginners find the cutting of a 6-piece skirt a bit challenging. I have tried the very best I can to simplify the cutting of this 6-piece skirt as much as I can. Join me as we go in this cutting journey. Hello everyone, I represent Olabam's Creations, and today I want to show you how to cut a 6-piece skirt in the very simplest way I can make it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. It's a way of encouraging me. I have this 6 yards of material. I also have a matching lining. This is a cotton lining. I always prefer to make use of cotton lining. And here are some basic tools we need. This is my tape rule, long ruler. Here is my pattern master that will also serve as my hip curve. I have another short ruler. Here is my pant curve. Then of course I have my scissors and my chalk. Don't mind my chalk. I couldn't lay my hands on anyone around. The basic measurements I'll be needing are my skirt length. So I'll be using a skirt length of 47 inches. I need my bust pan. My bust pan is 8 inches. I'll be dividing that by 2 to give me 4 inches. Then I need my waist circumference. My waist circumference is 38 inches. I need my waist to hip. My waist to hip is 10 inches. And my hip circumference is 47 inches. I also need my waist to knee. I need to explain something to you here on this waist to knee. If you measure from your waist to your actual knee and you use it for this kind of skirt, the first thing that will happen is you will find it very difficult to walk, and even that curvy shape that you want your skirt to have, it won't have it. So it's better if you are measuring your waist to knee, you will take your tape rule about 4 to 5 inches above your knee. For someone with a medium height, I think between 18 and 19 is okay. My Ankara length is around 46 inches, but I want my length to be around 47. Okay, since this Ankara length is not up to what I need, I'll be adding a band to it so that it can really flow. I always love my skirt to flow. So I'm adding a band of 2 inches here. And you know that if I'm adding a band of 2 inches, I will need half an inch at the waistline to join it. So I will start from 1.5 inches because I still need half an inch to join it. We now start with our length measurement. My marking will be on the wrong side. I'll be cutting my center front first, and I folded about 12 inches here. My waist to my hip is 10 inches, but because I'll be using half an inch to join it at the upper part there, I'll be making use of 10.5 inches.
But maybe it's all in my head, and I am not the words I've said.
That is my shoulder to knee. The width of my hem is 12 inches. Remember I said we need our bust pan. My bust pan is 8 inches. 8 inches divided by 2 will give me 4 inches. You know I will need half an inch to join at this place. And remember I'm cutting the center front of my skirt. So 4 inches is my bust pan plus half inches to join. I will measure 4.5. On my knee, so let me measure 4 inches here. And on my waist, I measure 4.5 inches. I'm joining from my waistline to my hip line, and from my hip line to my knee line.
Just like so. Maybe none of it is real, and I could love the way I feel. 'Cause Mama, she said.
Here is my center front. I will cut out my center back. Look at this side, you will see that it's bigger than this side. So I'll place my hem at this part. Since this Ankara does not have any design, I'll make another video where I will show you how you can cut when you have one-sided design at the hem of your cloth. But for now, let's stay put with I want the back to have a little shaping. So what I did was to measure 7 inches and I marked the line all through to the hem. Then I will now place my center back on this line. I'll place my center front on this line. I ensure that the hem of my center front picks up the measurement at the edge here. I need zipper allowance of 2 inches. So I'll measure my zipper allowance. This is 2 inches. When we're drafting our straight skirt, I mentioned that our butt is usually bigger than our front. We need to give room to accommodate this butt. And in order to do that, if you go back to check that video, I added 3/4 inches on my hip line. And from my hip line, I will connect back with a curve to my butt line. Look at the line. And on my waistline, I'm going to be coming in by 1/2 an inch because I want that side to be flat. So I'll measure in 1/2 an inch here. Then I'll connect it to my butt line.
I swear you'll see.
This is our new zipper line. It is from these lines that I will now measure our new zipper line, which is 2 inches. So I'm adding 2 inches here. I will also add 2 inches. I will add 2 inches on my butt line. So I'm going to be connecting it to a ruler.
The pretty's on the in.
So here is our new zipper line. This is our knee line. On a norms, if not because I want a little flare at the back, once I'm through with this, I will just mark it straight on to the hem. But that is not the case. From the knee line, I'm going to flare out my line. So I'm going to be flaring it out. Remember this 1/2 an inch here. Can you see the shape that is forming? So when we are sewing our zipper, it will just be like this to this side to reflect to our hem. So the next thing to do is to cut out the shape here. Look at the shaping at the back and look at it here. So we are done with our center front. I'm going to be keeping the back side apart. I'm going to be cutting the lining to be of the same shape. Here is my center front, and we will use it to cut the 4 sides. We need 2 side front and 2 side back. And mind you, for my front, I have 12 inches placed on fold, and if I multiply it, that means I have 24 inches for center front alone. You will notice that this side is not as wide. Let me measure what I have here. I have about 16 inches here. At the hem here, I have about 23 inches. I'll be placing my hem on the largest side. I need 1/2 an inch to join the center front and the side together. So I will use my pin to hold it so as to serve as my seam allowance. Can you see the shaping?
She's in all the magazines. So much pretty.
That's the shape. It has been marked out. I will still cut off this side. Then there's power failure now. I would have ironed it out. It's like I've sewn it. This our center front is on fold. So we want to take measurement for our waist, hips, and then for the side. Remember, these 2 sides have been placed on fold. So I'm cutting two side front now. My waist is 38. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. From the center front here, Remember, I've stitched my center front to my side front. All this one will go. From my center front, I'll measure 9.5, which is a quarter of my waist. On my hips line, I will equally measure a quarter of my hip. My hips is 47. 47 divided by 4 will give me 11 3/4. So on my hips line, I will measure 11 3/4. Then whatever I've measured on my hips line, I'll subtract either 1.5 or 2 inches. Let me make it 2 inches because I really want it to be curvy. So I measured 11 3/4 here. 11 3/4 minus 2 will give me 9 3/4. So on my knee line, I'll be measuring 9 3/4. I'll be joining from my waist to my hip. I'll connect to my knee. I'll make sure to blend the curve. Now let's add the sewing allowance. I want to use 2.5. So I'm measuring 2.5 inches. Here on the knee, instead of 2.5 inches, I'll be measuring 2 inches. This is my original line. Then I'm joining the seam allowances together now. From this my seam allowance now, I will now flare to the hem. It's really looking like it now. Let me just blend the curves here. Let's cut this side out. So I'm going to be cutting out the shape here. If you like, you can cut it first before cutting the side.
I don't look like her.
So I'm removing this. You can see the shaping. So by the time I join my center front to these two sides, this is how the shape will look like. For the side here, so I'm going to be going up by 2 inches here. Then I will connect it with a curve, or you can use your free hand. Our center front is unfold, and here is our side front. We have 2 pieces here. So I'm going to be marking it. Before I remove it, I'm going to be notching this side. So I'm only notching the side. The pin was to serve as my seam allowance, so I'm removing the pins now. Set it aside. So now I have my side front. You know, it's a 6 pieces skirt, but all together we will have 7 pieces. 3 pieces in the front and 4 pieces at the back because of the zipper opening. So this is the side front. Now we have 2 pieces for our side front. I'm going to be cutting another 2 pieces for our side back, and I folded my cloth. If you notice, this edge is wider than this part, so I'm going to be using this wider part as my hem here. And I'm going to be folding it in such a way that I won't have any excess. So what I'm going to be doing now is to trim out the edges. I can still cut it, but I want you to see the chalk marking. So this is our front and this is our side. Can you see the chalk marking? I can remove this side front here now. The shape is distinct. Then I'm going to be doing my cutting. This is the side that will be joined to the center front. And I'm going to be cutting the side. So I'm shaping it out by the side. So all together I have 4 pieces. 4 pieces for my side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 for front and 2 for back. And I'm going to be marking the wrong side so that I don't make any mistake. We are through with our cutting. I want to appreciate you for staying with me this far. So I'll be doing a part 2 of this video where I'll be showing you how to sew this 6 pieces skirt. Thank you for staying with me to the end. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit the notification bell.
I don't look like her.